It's my own ideas. I sat down to create this beautiful thing. No one taught me. I didn't learn it from anywhere.
Hannah Akomia, CEO of Honey's Prime Ventures, makes chairs and tables with African print fabric and carters. According to her, business is booming.
Business is very good. Business is very good. The things that I do, they are very nice. I mostly use African print, kente, then rope. I do them together with the tie, so it comes out beautiful.
But Hannah is just one of the many Ghanaians using the African print fabrics for mind-blowing accessories. Mabel Simpson, owner of M. Sims, does not only use the print to make her bags and throw pillows, but fuses in the smock material from northern Ghana. She explains why.
When we started using African print, at a point I felt everyone knows wax print, everyone knows kente, but then how many people knew about fugu aside it being used for smoke, the batakari? So we felt that, okay, let's use this for something. Also for the fact that we are also promoting northern culture. It's just not about southern culture. We're also promoting the northern culture. That's what made us use, because Ghana is just not, just Accra, or it's just not Kumasi. The northern part of Ghana is also part of Ghana, so we need to promote whatever is coming from there also.
But how well have Ghanaians accepted these innovative items?
Oh, I think they've really accepted it, actually, because you know what, the international market or internationally, we are being recognized. People are loving it. We have foreign designers like Christian Dior, Stella McCartney, who are using African prints for clothes and other things. So why shouldn't we embrace our own? Some people find it hard to buy made in Ghana products because they think it's inferior. But I think gradually some of us are proving that we can make it in Ghana, as in we can produce in Ghana and give you good quality. So people are buying into it now.
In the beginning, it was quite difficult for people to accept things made here, because the general perception was that made in Ghana products were not of good quality. But over the years, myself and a number of other people who are making products here in Ghana, we've proven ourselves that, you can get good quality products made here in Ghana. So people have now come to accept it.
Successive governments have over time launched Made in Ghana campaigns as part of efforts to reduce the country's unbridled taste for foreign products and switch to locally manufactured ones. This, however, remains a problem as the country continues to import a lot of raw materials for production in almost all sectors. This remains a challenge for the local garment and textile industry.
Yes, cost of production is high, mainly because although we are purchasing the raw materials from here, most of the raw materials are imported. So the suppliers import them and then we buy them here. So the cost or the price of the raw materials is pegged against the dollar or the euro. So yes, it makes cost of production high, and that means that products are also going to be expensive.
When you import a product and they get here, you have to pay customs, duty, and sometimes it can be quite high. The kind of raw material that I import, apart from the leather, the hardware, they are heavy, they are metals. The chains we use for the bags, the logs and all that, they are heavy, and so it's expensive, and they will charge you according to how much whatever you're importing weighs.
Imitation of their products by foreign and local competition is also one of the many challenges faced by these entrepreneurs. Marie Rose Saki, maker of bed covers and pillows with handmade batik and tie and dye materials, is concerned about the importation and sale of imitated fabrics, especially from China.
The sad thing about African prints is that you see people talking about, I'm wearing African print. If I asked you where this thing that you are wearing is coming from, you would think it's an African print, but it will be a Chinese thing, because people take our designs, even to batik tie dyes. Now people take photographs and go and print them in China and bring. So you might be patronizing African print, but they might not be made in Ghana. That is a sad thing.
Whilst government has a role to play in promoting made in Ghana products, these entrepreneurs believe that the local textile and garment industry requires a united front to push their activities in Ghana and beyond.
We do not really have a united front. It would be nice to have a Ghana Fashion Fund where all designers are obliged to register, and then there will be a body regulating us, so people are following the rules. nobody will be doing anything untoward. So it will be good to have a united front when it comes to the fashion industry in Ghana.
How many textile companies do we have in the country? There are only 2 or 3. And they're struggling. Except for most of them are struggling. It's not that easy, but it's all these small ones. So if the government could help to put them all together, have some kind of a common front, or a common place where they can have common resources to be able to work efficiently and effectively and standardize their things, I think it will go a long way to help our industry.
Ghanaian entrepreneurs in the textile and garment industry are doing their best to promote made in Ghana goods in the country. They are, however, calling on government to come out with policies to standardize their operations. This is because they believe this is a lucrative sector that can increase revenue generation in the country. For City Business News, Elenda Pa reporting.